Brianna Dean for a moment was rather shocked when her sister, her identical twin, revealed to her that she had actually fallen in love with a guy that, just like her, was an identical twin. Things were to take an even more unbelievable turn when she met the identical twin of the man her sister was then in love with. This is because Brianna also ended up falling in love. This is one of those stories that went viral, and the reason is very understandable. The story just kept getting even more interesting that at some point it seemed too ironic and unusual to be true. It is general knowledge that no one understands each other better than a set of identical twins. These identical siblings have the same face. Their bodies are identical because of their shared genetics. Identical twins often have the same memories, the same set of friends, and this is thanks to the fact that they share dreams, desires, and needs most of the time. Brianna and Brittany are identical twins, and as is expected, they always shared a special bond. Over the years, they've always been by each other's side. The two would try to dress alike most of the time, and would even wear their hair in the same way. The two also ended up studying law. Being twins for them had always been the standard set for the two. They had on occasions tried dating singletons, that is, men who did not have twin brothers or twin sisters. However, with this, it always felt like something was not right, or rather, they were missing something. This is because the singletons never quite get the entire concept of what it's like for the two girls, what being a twin is about, and all. The twins decided to attend the Twin Festival in August of 2017 that was held in Twinsburg, Ohio. This is where the two actually met Josh and Jeremy Salyers. According to Brianna, meeting these twins was a magical moment for them. Brittany was actually the first to spot both Josh and Jeremy from the crowd. When she saw the twins, she could not believe her eyes. It was then that the two felt they should get to know the guys. The moment the two twin pairs began chatting, it took a very short time before they could connect via social media. The guys actually reached out to the twin sisters and let them know what a pleasure meeting them was, and that they looked forward to seeing them again come the following year during the festival. Brittany and Brianna were not satisfied with the response they got from the two guys. They said there was really no need to wait that long. Shortly after, they got a message from the boys. In it, the boys decided that they would take a trip to Virginia just to see the twin girls once again. Of course, after they were happy with their initial meeting at the festival. It would really be an understatement to say that the guys' trip to the Virginia was a success. It was more than that, because after the trip, every one of them became hopeful for a future together. In fact, they tried to reunite sooner, and for both the brothers and sisters, it seemed like a fairy tale. Just like Brianna and Brittany, the twin brothers had names that started with the same letter. They also worked in the same business. The brothers had even been caught before saying that they had a strong feeling they would never get married unless they found the perfect set of twins to be their significant others. In February, the four, that is the twin brothers, and the twin sisters were followed by an Inside Edition camera crew. During this time, they had taken a trip to Twin Lakes in Virginia. The girls just thought they were participating in some kind of commercial until the brothers both just fell on one knee. It's obvious that the two couples had a double bond. Regardless, that does not necessarily mean all the four were dating one another. Brittany and Josh were one pair, while the other two, Jeremy and Brianna, made another pair. These pairings made a lot of sense since they were matched in accordance with their order of birth. It doesn't come as a shock that everyone was extremely high over the moon after the engagement. The two couples couldn't be happier and only wished to get married as soon as they possibly could. They made a decision that they would get married 6 months after the engagement. Being twins normally makes a big part of Jeremy, Josh, Brianna, and Brittany's actual identities. For this reason, it was no surprise that the couples figured it would be best for them to theme their wedding with everything twins. The four of them got to share this magical moment all together, and at the very same altar. Their wedding involved great planning to ensure it fit in with their twin theme perfectly. That's why they decided to get 2 of everything there. This included 2 identical wedding cakes, 2 wedding dresses that were identical, and even managed to find 2 ministers that in a way looked alike. As you can imagine, the best location for this double wedding would have had to be Twinsburg, Ohio. Twinsburg, Ohio was undoubtedly the perfect location for their double wedding. It was more than just the name that made this town perfect. It also had something to do with the significance of the Twins Festival that brought them together. However, there was just one problem. None of these twins were residents of Ohio. Despite the many obstacles the twins faced along their journey to their big day, the actual wedding ceremony happened with no hitch. However, having a joint wedding ceremony was not the only plan these two couples had together. There were so many other things they had in store for their seemingly joint futures. This wedding that had a twin theme was attended by more than just the couple's close friends and family members of the sisters and the brothers. The occasion was incredibly unique, and since it was one of a kind, it got a lot of attention from several media outlets that eagerly wanted to cover it. The couples also made a decision that they would accept an offer they'd previously received from TLC. They could have done a whole show, but instead, they opted for a single documentary. The documentary focused on their entire wedding that was aired on the TLC network in 2019. Brianna, Jeremy, Brittany, and Josh started plans to live together after their beautiful wedding. They all wanted to live in the same house as a way of ensuring they would stay as close together as possible. They wanted to remain as involved as possible in each other's lives. However, the issue of pregnancy became a threat somehow to both couples. The brothers would often say that they both wanted to have twins. This was regardless of the fact that it meant that they would be collectively bringing up 4 children. The 4 of them agreed that it was the greatest idea. Even better, they wished for their twins to be born on the exact same day. The children from each of these couples would in reality be cousins. That said though, genetically speaking, these cousins would also be full siblings. This is regardless of the fact that they would have different parents. This discovery was spectacular for the twin couples. It's extremely challenging to identify the different existing effects or results of having children with identical fathers and mothers. This is not too open, especially when it comes to their early development stage days. However, this was just an idea at the time, but having children was a long way away. If you thought it was just 2 twin couples with 2 sets of twins, you were wrong because here goes more of them that found each other. It's an almost similar situation as the first, except these twins come from a different part of the world and have their very own beautiful tale to tell us. Read on. Identical twin brothers Hassan and Husseini hail from Western Africa. To be precise, they come from Kano, Nigeria. The two also always dreamed of marrying identical twin sisters. This is seemingly a common dream for a lot of identical twins, but the chances of this happening are so slim that it is not a common occurrence. On the 20th of November 2020, Hassan and Husseini's dream was realized when they married identical twin sisters called Hassana and Husseina. It is mind-blowing that they all found each other, but even more that their names also coordinate perfectly. Hassan revealed that he and his brother would do everything together. The twins would wear the same clothes too, and would eat the same food. When in school, they were classmates. Even in their final school exams, Hussein got the registration number 010, while Hassan was 011. Hassana continued to say that for the longest time, they planned to marry twins. In fact, even their family members supported them. They tried their luck with other twins, but things didn't go well. That said, they finally achieved their dream. Hassana also shared that she was over the moon because everything worked out. She said that words couldn't explain the happiness she felt. It's been the twins' prayer to marry fellow twins since they were younger. They'd always been together. Now that's going to change, but they're happy.